Let's explore more about the secret weapon against burnout, why play is your key to adult success. And the hint is we will be talking about physical joy. And actually, the month of November is to contribute more to experience and explore around the joy on different levels, not just physical. It starts in embodying more to be able to experience more. When you think about the kids experience in all their senses and embody what they want to experience before they experience, because they experience in the with the whole body and not just stucking themselves in their heads and thinking what is the right thing to do or what is the not right thing to do. We as adults that losing that ability somehow influencing our kids natural ability to actually experience more of that joy. And then at some point after experience burnout after burnout, lack of satisfaction, lack of fulfillment, we start somehow coming to some realizations that maybe we should observe more what is going on with the kids, how they somehow naturally are able to experience a lot of joy throughout the day. And it's not they just experience a lot of joy with the excuses that you possibly telling yourself that because they have more time, they don't have everything that you have on your mind, they don't have the responsibility. And I get it. Well, it's definitely a different environment that you get to experience. And in order to make it more sustainable and more successful, you get to allow yourself to experience more joy and play in a daily life. And how I became an expert on that, well, experienced bunch of burnouts, and I actually found a tremendous joy in one of the very unimaginable place where I was facing some challenging situations, and I was uh, allowing for my child to put in an environment where she can explore more of the Polish culture, because I was born and raised in Poland, she was born in US, and I want her to experience more of that culture on Saturday for 4 hours. And at some point it becoming a challenging not just to commit myself to it, and it was also for my daughter an extra day in school, and she not always were happy about it to attend. However, it was something that I thought at some point she will understand more. At some point she did, and I was grateful for it. It took some time and years of some resistance that she actually were able to put when she was in a charter school in high school, to put that education of her native language actually, and exploring more as the credit for her community college and also for the high school. She was on dual enrollment in community college and charter high school, and also for the high school for foreign language. So there were definitely benefits. So it took some time and commitment and that extra day of that. And where I'm getting with that, at some point it got to the point I was in the real estate industry, and the market was kind of interesting and a challenging time where the income was kind of less consistent, and I always were open for my child to have extracurriculum activities for her to discover her passions more where she wants to be. And I was keep redirecting to more creative ways of artistic ways, in different exploration, from music to dancing to performing to painting to creating different things with different mediums, which I'm so proud of my child for that. And at some point, I was facing something that no parent can face, to say no to a child. And in that commitment to bring that experience to my child, and she probably would be happy if I say, okay, we no longer are going for another day to school. However, somehow I felt it would be great to continue, and I got to kind of figure out the way how to continue. And because of that situation, I brave up to talk to the director of that school to ask, hey, what can I do? I also didn't feel like I can just sit and waiting for her, because it was a distance from our home, to just go back and forth and in traveling, instead of just waiting for her and picking her up and then going on with the day. So there was a combination of factors, and I asked for the activity from the director of that school, and he brought me to a preschool of 3 and 4 year olds, about 20 of them. It was varying because that adventure lasted for some time, but how it started, I was brought to that classroom and asked to be consistent and committed every Saturday to participate, because the kids will get used to, and the director didn't feel it would be fair for the kids if I just will be showing up in their environment once in a while. It gets to be kind of built up in consistent fashion, and it was a challenging ask, and I knew that it will be challenging to I raise one child, and all of a sudden I get to deal with 20 of them, for even though it will be it was just for 4 hours a week. That will be definitely a challenging experience, and quickly over time there were some challenges, and I also experienced a lot of joy, physical joy. I couldn't pretend with those kids to they would sense some of potential unease that I experienced. So I get to somehow learn how to be more open with my mind, with my body, with my heart, to play around with them, actually, to learn more patience, learn more confidence, to where they were testing their how far they can go to say no on occasion. So they know that they're not always everything is yes. So it was such a learning experience that lasted for over 5 years, that helped me tremendously in that industry that's supposed to be so professional. And we were actually joking with some of my even serious clients in real estate at some point, when it was almost like a secret for a while, because I didn't know how my clients will take it. I was redirecting them and not admitting what exactly I'm doing on Saturday mornings, when they were looking for my time, and I was directing them to Saturday afternoon, and they were collaborating with me. I thought it will be a challenge, and I could back out from what I got to experience with that experience, because of that fear that I won't be available for my clients. However, it worked out perfectly and even better than I ever expected. And we had a laugh at some point, when at some point I was ready to admit to my clients what I'm up to on Saturday mornings, that I not available, and I wasn't able to actually be even under the phone, because it was like full presence with those kids that I get to experience. So the phone was on silent, and I was able to check on some messages during break, a lunch break, about 20 to 30 minutes, and then I could kind of communicate and plan my afternoon, or sometimes I was planning that ahead of time on Friday, to make some appointments with my clients, and it worked out. I thought it's not possible, and I made that to the possibility to experience more of that presence and experience more of that joy with those cute kids. We were mutually learning together. They were learning the language through play and songs and different activities, and I was learning a lot from them, how to be more present, how to experience more fully the joy, and how to be like fully in the play to somehow feel like myself again. So that was a great experience, hands-on experience. And what brought all of that, not just to share here and that importance, especially for visionary women, where I'm so passionate to support, because I feel that I am one of those visionary women that took my life too seriously, even though I created a success and were able to turn that to multi-million sales in the real estate industry. I at some point that was also hands-on experiences in the guiding coaching experiences to experience very experiential transformational journey that I paid thousands of dollars, that actually my income, real estate income, was supporting at some point that. And then at some point it was a decision like on the fork that I was facing, and I thought that will be just tips that I will be bringing to my clients in real estate industry. And we were laughing, like I had mentioned, with my clients when I was ready to admit about my experience in the preschool classroom, and we were just joking and laughing about the thing that actually it brings me more transferable things, how I can support my clients even better. And we were making jokes around it, and that was beautiful. And I could do more of that, and through some more openness with my clients, was creating even deeper connections and understanding, and the transactional processes were going even smoother. So after years, like I said, I was on at that fork roads to somehow bring more and transform. And it dawned on me after 20 years in the real estate industry that it was my playing field to support, especially visionary women in their mid ages, to stand in their power, using their voice, and feel at home. That I transfer the physicality of the real estate to more of a spiritual hard real estate, and to be of that service, true service, and my soul calling that I discovered through all of those journeys, and to experience more of that purpose and fulfillment and joy and love and peace and light in my life, and to be of true service to others with that. And just sharing more of around my journey to give you some inspiration that it's possible for you. Like I said, I also had a vision and bunch of visions for my life, and transform them before even some experiences from the physical levels, mental, emotional, spiritual. And that playing field of real estate kind of led me to a certain degree, when it felt like a lot of that success at some point. I thought I was doing that child play on hands experiences. I started going to a leadership experiential trainings, and thought I'm on top of the world with the success, and it felt so outside, and so much inner conflict and sadness that I experienced, and I didn't feel like I can experience joy again. And I asked God for support, and to show me some clear signs and ways. And when I discover how to kind of experience more of that satisfaction, more of that inner peace, more of that harmony, that joy and freedom start showing up even more, that I could feel at home, and can share that with the others and be of service to the others. and share, been like this year especially, been to keep exploring and bringing those messages that I'm asking to be inspired, and to bring that communication with people and public, and especially visionary women, on the subjects of different subjects that started at the beginning of this year, and to explore all of them around physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual, to experience more of that through freedom. And it started with actually health, and then wealth, and then relations, and then trust, and love, and light, and freedom was last month. And finally, we coming to the joy, and there are some others that will be coming for the next month. And I also were attempting to conceptualize, like, well, joy may be better for more of a Christmas holiday season, and November is more about the gratitude and Thanksgiving. And somehow I let it go, that it doesn't have to be me trying to influence the messages that I'm receiving from myself, from my higher self, from my guides, to share with the public, that it's that extended preparation and ability to practice more joy, even before the December. And potentially there is the reason, it's also kind of coming, what it's transpiring and coming right now, to to make like more space, that season doesn't have to be so stressful, because for some it's a joyful season, and for a lot of people it's triggering a lot of emotions around the holiday seasons actually. And it's starting in November, and it's actually through the different industries, especially retail industries, like exploited of when to actually start that joyful season, that it's like not just in November. November, the stores usually start being open longer, so you have more opportunity to spend in those stores. However, the decorations, the Christmas decoration is many times for years brought back, like in July. The movies to get you are brought earlier as well, Christmas movies, so you're getting more into that holiday kind of theme, for months somehow, to not just kind of in December. So that's why we get to experience not just kind of joy, physical joy. It seems like a surface joy, and I believe it's a deeper than the experience of the surface joy. Allowing it takes time to again feel safe in our body, to that it's okay to experience joy, because we somehow put that to sleep, what we were experiencing as those young kids, experiencing and embodying more of that joy experience with all our senses. And we're keep being redirected that it's not okay, it's not okay, it's you cannot like do that, and somehow put that kind of to sleep. And it takes some time. So if there are some ways, like even on the surface levels, uh, practices that brings you that joy, that you can practice and get deeper with that joy, from that physicality where you feel more safe, in your body to experience, and allowing more that joy to experience in your body, that will open more of your mind, open more of your heart, and open more of your spirit. It's more than okay, because it's so needed, to really putting more focus on that, and start like with the stress of the holidays, and the stresses of ever changing industries, and ever changing environments, and lack of stability. that were never promised, but it's more visible right now, can create a lot of stress and disease in the body. So experience that through joy daily. It's highly recommended. So you can actually bring your vision more to life, to have that capacity more in creative spaces where you feel that you can keep moving forward no matter what challenges. And bringing the vision to life, it's a challenge in itself, because it's overcoming the obstacles, overcoming challenges, overcoming limitations of your own mind, body, and heart, but also some other people. So the more you embody in that, the easier it becomes that it resonates with the others as well. And it's becoming more of a magnetic, that you can somehow bring more of that, not just they're not allowing themselves to experience more of that. I finally figured out how to get myself on, and they not somehow not allowing for others to have. So the visionary leaders are having that courage to allow yourself, and to share that it's possibility for others to experience that as well, and that it's okay to experience that physical joy, that it's okay to practice more of that, that it's not just becoming embodiment, but it's opening your mind, your heart, and spirit to expand that joy to not just yourself, but also to others in your experiences, and having a transformative experiences with the others is so important, and can definitely make a difference, can create that legacy that you're looking for, because it's not just about the achievement, it's about how you make others feel and how you feel. But you cannot make others feel different if you don't know how to feel yourself. How and that you somehow pretending to feel, or not feeling that it's safe to embody joy. You get to somehow create more of that within, to be able to share that outside. with others and create and co-create that legacy. So when you feel called to co-create together and practice more, because it feels like it might be more challenging and more the environment and mind is not allowing yet to experience more of that. I'm proposing some beautiful experience to somehow uh, create that community with building that immunity and make a difference for yourself and others and create the legacy. If you feeling called, feel free to put in the comments connect, and we go from there. Check the description, check the website, subscribe if you feel that those podcasts are of service, and feel free to also share them. And at this point, sending so much love, joy, peace, and light. And see you around. Take care.